Welcome back. This is The Drop, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Episode
Yeah.
3. Here with my nigga Mike. I'm Mark. Got some shit to talk about. You want to start with some shit about LeBron?
Yeah, so I guess it, something you believe it, but it shocks you when you see it, right? So scrolling Facebook, I see an article says LeBron makes more than the entire WNBA.
More than that.
You put all their salaries together, it's $12 million.
God damn. So it's not just LeBron.
It's a lot of niggas making more than the whole league. Yeah, LeBron's making 3 to 4 times more than the whole league.
He's a billionaire. Well, okay, off of his NBA salary,
right?
Not make but still, god damn.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know, most people gonna bring up, well, that's not fair. How many of y'all sit and watch WNBA games? Right. Females, how many of y'all sit and watch WNBA games?
No, I don't see I see more people fighting for their rights and shit for them to get paid more than I do them actually supporting the league, watching the games, going to a games. Ain't nobody ever approached me talking about let's go to a WNBA game. No girl has ever. So I see girls on Facebook, Instagram talking about
it's not fair.
It's not fair and all of that shit. I don't see them talking about I just came from that WNBA game. What's the name played so good? It's never happened. I don't see it.
I've never been in the presence of a female who wanted to cut on a WNBA game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
But it is crazy though.
It's a big difference.
It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. And the difference is so crazy that and I was talking about this before with a friend a long time ago. We was talking about the WNBA salaries. We wasn't even comparing it to, because we already knew it was nothing to compare to when it comes to NBA players. They're definitely getting paid a lot more than WNBA players.
For sure.
Players.
Yeah. To say the least.
But what's crazy to us about it was the point that I was making was you could be neighbors with a WNBA player.
Right.
That's a professional athlete. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you know what I'm saying, how we feel about it. That's a professional athlete.
One of the best in the world.
And we could be neighbors with them. Because they're making the same salary as a lot of us middle class citizens are. It's crazy, but I'm not sure if it's not fair, because are y'all getting as much? Y'all not getting as much attention as NBA players or NBA teams. I'm not even going to talk about skill level. We're not even going to, because I ain't going to argue with nobody about the skill level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all can't. I feel like WNBA and anybody that's wanting them to get more money, y'all can't be out here. Y'all gotta find a way to
support.
And I feel like the WNBA as a league needs to find a way to make it more exciting. Y'all gotta have people. Y'all gotta find a way to have people gravitate towards y'all games, towards y'all players. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I don't have the answer. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just gonna be time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually, the skill levels the gap will start to close.
Nah.
Eventually,
there's some shit athletically that just won't be able to be matched. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, but you look at it like this. This is the way I look at it.
No, if they both grow at the same rate,
right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll always be bigger.
They always gonna be bigger. But hopefully they can get to a point, and that's why I didn't really want to compare skill level, because it's that's never gonna match.
Right.
But y'all could get to a point where people want to watch it.
Yeah.
WNBA get to a point where people want to watch it. I think that is crazy. You could literally, I could probably, if I lived in a city with a WNBA team,
really?
I'd probably see one walking down the street.
Oh, she tall.
Right. Right. I probably wouldn't even. I'm not gonna recognize her as a WNBA player unless it's one of the top 5-10 players in that league.
And you can make an educated guess.
Yeah.
She's 6'4".
Right. But then on the other hand too,
She play volleyball, basketball.
Right, but I can understand why they're so upset about it too, because they probably feel that same way. Like I'm in a neighborhood with people that's not professional athletes, but I have to go to these parties, these meetings, these events with people that's way richer than me, people that's richer as fuck, and I'm only making 6 figures or less.
Right, and I'm being
held
held to the same standard at that.
Right,
you know, because which that'll. Well, once you're ready for that, that'll be a segue to something else. But when professional athletes, you're a brand at that point.
Yeah.
But that's not just professional athletes. That goes with everything. You're a brand.
I know one professional WNBA player. She got her OnlyFans.
I know you're talking about.
I know what you do.
Yeah. No, I know you're talking about because it was a big deal. I think ESPN talked about it.
And I feel like, there's nothing wrong with OnlyFans. I'm not gonna sit here and say something wrong with OnlyFans or something wrong with her having one. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that even if she was a millionaire, it would still be okay for her to have OnlyFans if that's something she wanted to do. But I can't imagine that if she was like making a lot more money from the WNBA or just being an athlete, I don't believe that she would have that OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
The thing I'll say is I feel like it's a personality type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of the folks has gotta, because it is a way to make money. There's certain folks that'll never make their money that way. And there's certain folks that if their opportunity presented, they'll think about it. Right. And if the opportunity presented and we're talking 6 figures and up, without fucking,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like, cause I find it hard to believe she probably. I don't think no WNBA player on OnlyFans getting fucked.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Or doing nothing crazy like that. Probably not even showing nothing. They're probably just bikinis and shit like that. Which, if you can make 6 figures off that, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't.
Yeah. But also, and then it's stuff like that where, and I wouldn't necessarily agree with this, but just playing like devil's advocate almost. There are some people that may feel like I'm not going to respect her as a professional athlete because she's doing OnlyFans.
I can definitely see that, but that's why I said that's the reason I said it's a personality type, because there's a lot of folks, there's a lot of jobs that people ain't gonna respect you for.
Yeah.
If you got an OnlyFans, but I mean, if you think about it, she's a professional athlete, so body's gonna be right, all these different things. Right. It's just. It's like I could see the view of it if my job is to keep my body in the best shape it can possibly be,
right?
And I can make money off of showing what the best shape a body can be. There you go.
Yeah. But I mean, and of course, like you were saying, it may just be personality type. She might be doing that whether she was in a WNBA or working at Lowe's. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what be something she want to do.
That's the reason I said That's the exact reason I said personality types, because some people would do it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But then again, it might be a situation where it's like, all right, I got this endorsement over here. They offering me $50,000. This endorsement offering me $25,000. But OnlyFans, I'm going to make $1 million this year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you a brand.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But then that's let's say she don't want to necessarily do OnlyFans. It's some endorsements you don't want to take. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There are some companies you might not want to work with. You know what I'm saying? So what if for her mind she's like, all right, well I'm not going to get paid enough over here. I'm not going to pay over here. But I want to live this type of lifestyle. But I'm not getting paid enough in any of these arenas to live that type of lifestyle that I want to live. Especially, I'm seeing all of these other people live these lifestyles. Like I said, they got to be at events, parties, all that shit with these people that can live those kind of lifestyles. Got an indoor pool, outdoor pool. You know what I'm saying? Like Ferraris and shit. Like, imagine LeBron invite, you know what I'm saying, a couple of
the top WNBA
top
players.
WNBA players to his house.
Right.
That might be the first time they see a house like that, and they might have been in the WNBA for like 10 years.
I mean, you know, Tia Cooper, she went from she was dating Dwight Howard, now she dating Alvin Kamara. You
I
know,
know she dated Dwight Howard.
yeah.
And Dwight Howard got a little resume.
His resume, yeah. There's certain people that people forget about. Bow Wow's resume,
Bow Wow
immaculate.
crazy, man.
Dwight Howard, not bad.
All the Superman resumes. Damn. They do like tall niggas. But yeah, you know, I just don't. I don't think the gap is ever going to close enough for them to make as much as NBA players. That's obvious, but I hope that at some point they can get paid enough where they don't have to pursue ventures that they don't necessarily want to pursue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or even just feel like lesser than, you know, other professional athletes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that.
Now, another way that I look at it, right? I feel like there's probably tennis and you know, other professional sports with that women do that make it more than a WNBA as well.
Oh, for sure, but it's different in a tennis, the sports where it's mano y mano, one versus one.
Right.
You can really be the best in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can. It's a stamp. Like there's no. I beat everybody.
Right.
We all had this same chance, and I won.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I say that's a little different with a team sport.
So then I gotta ask the question of do you think that, I feel like this is a good question. Do you think that at some point there could become a question of whether women should just play in the NBA?
Hell no.
Never.
Not. Hell no. A lot of them too small.
A lot of them are too
small.
Well,
matter of fact, most of them are too small. The percentage of them that would be able to, because you got to remember, the centers in, like, Brittany Griner is one of the tallest WNBA players of all time.
Yeah.
She's 6'8".
Right. Yeah.
We got 6'9" guys running point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, so
and then she moves like Yao Ming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For a but at the same time, she's at the limits of what the female body can get to. You know, as far as size.
Yeah.
So when you bring that back, we got, you know, a 6'8" guys playing the 1 and the 2.
But even that has changed. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
There hasn't always been that many tall ass point guards. You know what I'm saying? So like, all right, let's look at somebody like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is center size when it comes to height.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He can move like a guard. That's not necessarily something that we've seen before.
Right. That's why he's so good.
Right. That's why he's so good. So,
right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's almost like a fucking anomaly. Like you don't see that a lot, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to continue to happen.
But I'm saying, think about it like this: if 6'8" is equivalent to 7'6" in the NBA, we've only had 3 or 4 people ever be that tall.
Right.
6'8", you have 4, 5, 6, 7 of those guys on every roster.
Right.
Then we have the whole G League. Mm-hmm. We have the guys that think about it like this. Think about how many good players were too small in college for men's basketball.
Yeah. That
will be enormous in women's, like a 6'9" center. That's too small now.
Right. I feel you. Mm-hmm. I only just I'm damn near wishful thinking. Like I really don't like to see it, like, or to say it is kind of fucked up. Like, you know, women, you know, they're. Because if the gap never closes, they're never going to be able to make as much money as men, and you know what I'm saying, as the NBA players.
I don't think no man making $1 million on OnlyFans either.
Hey, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Yeah.
So they got different avenues.
Yeah, which is cool, but I also do feel like there is going to come a time. It's not going to be anytime soon, but there is going to come a time where a little girl's going to be growing up. Her dad or coaches or whoever's going to notice that. Hold on, she's kind of tall. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, okay, she can move a little. Let me train her to where she can move pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like a point guard, she can dribble. She can.
Here's the thing to think about, though, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that happening at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Why would? I guess my thing is, especially in a sport, right? How many people put themselves at a disadvantage on purpose, right? Like if you're a female, let's say you know Candace Parker's 6'4", right?
Right.
Let's say you're 6'4", right? Candace Parker might end up being, you know, the GOAT. She's one of the best WNBA players of all time.
Right.
She crosses over, comes to the NBA. Is she what she was? Most likely not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, some things just aren't fair, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, you know, even in high school, shoot, the men's basketball games is last because that's where everybody want to go to.
Yeah.
Even though I will say the girls' basketball team was fire.
Yeah.
Like they would go pretty far every year. They were real good.
Yeah.
But But if they played each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, life just ain't fair, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the long story short.
You're right. But finish up sports. Real quick.
Well, I had one thing to add to that is the biggest thing, because it's going to add to the next part. The biggest thing to remember is professional athletes are a brand.
Yeah.
So it's bigger than how you feel, how they feel. You got sponsorships. You got all these different things that tie into moves that happen.
Right.
But go ahead.
What was the next part that you wanted to tie it into?
The next part I want to tie it into?
Yeah.
The Will Smith video.
Alright, so what you had to say about it? Go ahead, because I didn't watch the whole video. So you go ahead and explain to me the whole video and speak your piece.
Okay, so Will Smith, first time showing up since he smacked dog shit out my guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of took some time. He said he was working on himself, trying to, I guess, unpack why it happened the way it did and the fallout from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, because, you know, after it happened, there was a lot of interviews, a lot of, you know, things, and Chris ain't really talked about it either.
Right.
Like, talking about. So he was like, look, let me go ahead and it seems sincere, but he's also one of the best actors in the world. So, so you know what I'm saying? You take that with a grain of salt. But he apologized to Chris, but then he went past that. He apologized to his mom, because his mom, remember, she had that interview saying, you know, it's like you slapped all of us.
Yeah.
You know, you done smacked my son on the biggest stage about the impossible for an actor.
Right.
You know, smack the shit out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then the one that I think that hurt him the most, though, he specifically brought up Tony Rock. You know, he's like, Tony Rock, you know, that was you know, that was my man, that was my guy. And he says, you know, that relationship might be irreparable, but, you know, I do want to at least put it out there. You know, I publicly smacked you. I should publicly apologize if I ain't mean it like that, or if I don't have that same energy for it, you know, in hindsight, then, you know, a public apology. I'm big on, if you're gonna apologize the same way you disrespected.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how you feel about it.
That's how I feel about it.
I
I don't have a problem with him apologizing if he meant it.
Slap in the first place?
I'm torn because I mean, nigga, you've been to the Oscars. Right. You've been to the awards before. This is what the fucking hosts do.
Right.
At every award show, this is what they do. They crack jokes, you know. Yeah, it'll make you feel some type of way, but it's essentially harmless.
Right. You also been in the spotlight for damn near for the majority of your life. You've been in the spotlight. You should know how to handle situations like that.
Right. And then, you know, but there's also some backstory to it, which I'll get into that because there might have been smoke before that.
It may have been, but fuck the backstory in my opinion.
You know what I'm saying?
But go ahead though.
I think that matters because if it's clear I already don't like you and you decide to make a joke that you know is gonna piss me off, you know, it's a the chance of me smacking you just grew a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's kind of where it started at. But this is why I brought up the brand. Like, you a brand, bro.
Right.
Like you're a fucking brand, and he is too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the place you're in, the place that you want these awards from and all this shit, you done boycotted the motherfuckers once before because you didn't win. Now you here.
Causing ruckus.
Right. You know, it was a lot of shit I didn't like about it. You know, the smack was part of it, but I didn't like, y'all don't let the motherfuckers smack your fucking host and sit down, and y'all don't do shit.
And then bring them back up.
Right, and give them an award.
Give them an award, yeah.
You know? But
so here's my take, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll start with the slap initially. Mm-hmm. I ain't like shit about it. Mm-hmm. I ain't like the fact that he slapped him. I'm not mad at the fact that he stood up for his wife. I'm not mad at the fact that he felt the need to slap him.
That's what's got me torn too.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
I'm more on the side of you slap me on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You do that backstage.
Do that backstage. And I feel like if you don't feel me, you're not a real nigga. Mm-hmm. I feel like any real nigga understands this. Chris Rock would have respected it more if it had happened backstage. Mm-hmm. If you slapped me in public, I know that you was just trying to embarrass me. I can't take that.
Strictly.
Right. You strictly
want to
embarrass me. You didn't protect your wife because I can still make jokes about it. Mm-hmm. And I will. You know what I'm saying? If it's me, I will continue to make jokes about you and your wife. If you had come to me backstage, I would have felt that more. I would have felt, and you even if, for one, I probably wouldn't have slapped him right off the bat. I probably would have came, talked to him backstage, that, I don't like what you said. I don't want you to talk about my wife like that. How she's feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she's been feeling about this, that's inappropriate. And I'm gonna only tell you once. I probably would end it with that. I'm only gonna tell you this one time. So if it happens again, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. Now, what you saying about a backstory? Maybe maybe there was already beef. Maybe there was already a conversation of keep our names out of your mouth.
Fucking mouth.
However, like I said, I feel like it didn't happen because Chris Rock. If I had to guess, Chris Rock's a real nigga. I would think, especially coming from where he's coming from.
I'm a brand.
I would think that he would understand that, like, if a conversation was had before the Oscars, or if he felt like there was real beef, he wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I agree with that.
Right. And so I'm completely on Chris Rock's side because, like, for one, like, you're not going. I don't respect Will Smith after that. So, like, you're not. You didn't do what you wanted to do. You said you wanted to protect your wife.
It's like a nigga start talking loud once the police are there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, come on, man. Or in any situation where it's supposed to be a fight, and like we were just talking about, like I was in a situation where and then he started talking crazy, or I called him a bitch. I'm like, you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no smoke right, like while we was right next to each other. It was just, you're a bitch. He accepted that he was a bitch. When all his mans came around, and then all of a sudden there was a crowd between us. That's when he started yelling, "Oh, he think he tough. I go to the car, get his shit like that." I feel like, dog, I'm not gonna respect it while you over there talking crazy if we was just right next to each other.
Exactly.
Shit. And that's how I feel about like the same. If you would have talked to me backstage or talked to me after this, I was like, yo, I don't like that you did that. Please don't do that again. Especially
our first video, fame is a drug.
Yeah.
So, of course, Will didn't smack him off camera.
Yeah.
He wanted all this. In that moment, you showed who you really were.
Right.
You know, now you're ashamed of who you really were.
Right.
And you know, but my thing is, if your energy ain't the same, if you didn't keep that same energy now, you know, you publicly smack that man, publicly apologize.
Right. And that's my other piece about, and this is why I don't like the apology.
Mm-hmm.
You already fucking slapped me, nigga. You can't take that back by saying you sorry.
Right.
Think about that shit before you slap me, my nigga. Like
For sure.
The fact that you're gonna have to apologize, the fact that you're gonna have to walk this back. You should, and you 50 years old.
50.
You shouldn't be walking shit back no more. You should have a fucking brain. And if I get that at 26, I know you got that.
You know.
So that means you did what you did on purpose. You knew the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
You knew how he was gonna feel about it. You knew how his brother was gonna feel about it. Especially if you say you know his brother, if that's your man's.
I say
if you probably, I'm sure he met his mom before, maybe, I don't know. But if he did, first of all, if I met your mom ever at any point, I'm not
smacking you.
Yeah. In a public light like that.
Now here's my thing. Now I get what you're saying with the think about it before, but let me see how I put it. The weight. But the thing I hate is this nigga's an actor, bruh.
Yeah.
This nigga's an actor, so I don't know what's real and what's not.
I have no idea what's real.
Right. Cause I hate the fact, I don't like the way he walked up. You walked up like you was gonna talk.
Right.
And then next thing you know,
right.
You know, this nigga taste on the floor. Smack the taste out his mouth. Like that's the part I didn't like, because I feel like you tricked him to smack him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you'd have came up there on some rah-rah shit, like, if you said keep her name out of her mouth before you walked up, exactly. I'm already knowing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you done tricked me, you done walked up all calm, fixed you.
Right.
Huh? What? You smacked the shit out of me.
I'm with you with that too, as far as him being like a really good actor. And he's been an actor for the majority of his life. So that means like we don't even know if he even understands the line between acting and being genuine. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea of knowing that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've been an actor your whole life, you really get into these roles. You
right.
Really feel, you know what I'm saying? He even said it.
That motherfucker thought he was Ali.
Right. He even said it on stage when he was like, I had to be King Richard for real and protect my family. So even he felt like he had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You done blurred the lines.
You done blurred the fucking lines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that. You can't blur the fucking lines because.
Bro, what did I do to your fucking family, bro? It's a joke, man. A simple joke.
Right, I mean a joke.
Like, it ain't even crazy.
And another thing, like, you know, it's not cancer. And I don't want to get too much into that. You know what I'm saying? But alopecia is literally just bald.
It's just hair.
And I do respect the fact that, you know, I do respect people's feelings, especially women's feelings. So if she feels sad about losing her hair as a woman, especially as a black woman, where it's, you know, they don't feel protected and they gotta have all these beauty standards and shit like that. I get that, but from what I can fucking remember, Jada Pinkett Smith has always had short hair, and I love that shit. So I, you know, but like I said, I do respect how she feels about it. But at the same time, people was defending Will Smith like, she got alopecia. He shouldn't have made a joke about that. Yo, honestly,
come on, man.
I respect her feelings, but it's not like she's sick.
And well, not just that. We don't know if Chris Rock knew that. We're saying like it was such this big news. It wasn't until Chris Rock got smacked. Now all of a sudden everybody know. Right. I thought, you know, some people like short hair. Some people keep it, especially as they get older, keep their hair shorter.
Exactly.
But I mean,
another piece that I really hated about it too was, like you were saying, not only has Will Smith been an actor for the majority of his life, Chris Rock also has been in the spotlight for a long time as well. You gotta feel me that I can go on stage and make a mistake.
Mm.
You gotta feel me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, especially, I got the entire world is watching me.
Right.
I'm under so much fucking pressure. I'm just trying to make one quick 5-second joke.
I got one little piece for that, and what makes that part even worse is you got to remember these two black men on the stage. I can't fight you.
The biggest stage.
Right. I can't fight you.
Right.
You got your smack off. We can't fight even if I wanted to.
Right.
What that'll do, the ramifications from that would be so huge.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, you fucked it up, man.
Yeah.
You fucked it up. Long story short, you fucked it up. And I mean, I won't say I feel bad for Chris Rock. I mean, I just hate he ain't get a real chance to defend himself with it. Yeah. You know, because you got to protect the brand. Like, I'm Chris Rock. I'm, you know, and
right, and then like, I really just hate the whole thing because imagine if Chris Rock
you smack my brother on stage, we seeing about it.
We see
period.
Yeah, like that's the part. That's the part. Like, I'm not super famous, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day, hopefully. But
right. The drop.
if my brother found out you just smacked the shit out of me, you know what I'm saying? And let's say I was just at school on stage or something. You know what I'm saying? It's no telling the ramifications. Any of my brothers, they gonna see you immediately, like the next day or. How long it's gonna take us to get to you?
Right.
You're gonna have to see us about it. Now, if you're looking at say these are ex gangsters, you know what I'm saying? This shit could
go different, yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If this was two rappers,
right?
But see, that's what I mean about real niggas because I feel like
they did it backstage on some
they did it backstage and they
50 and Raw shit.
Right, they would have did that because they understand like if I disrespect them publicly, not now 50 and Ross, that's different because they probably would have really, you know what I'm saying, got to the war shit. But I mean,
somebody got mushed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like, you know, I feel like two rappers wouldn't even went that far unless they really wanted the real beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they
well, they'd have fought on stage at that point. Yeah, I feel like that.
But I feel like it would have. You would have had to say something crazy, or you know what I'm saying. We had beef for a minute. It gotta be real beef though. It can't be like that. You know, this seems like fake beef. Like you trying to make a beef or something like that. Cause like, you know what I'm saying.
I almost, man. You said something with that blurred line shit. This nigga. You know, I ain't gonna give him that excuse, but that makes a little more sense the more we talk about it. This nigga, he's out of character. This nigga,
in character.
Or in,
he might be in character.
In the wrong character for this moment.
For the moment.
Shoot.
Who knows which character he triggered to go up there and slap that man on stage?
Hancock.
He triggered Hancock. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So it's like, and but then that brings me to a whole different point. That's the reason why I don't look up to, like we was talking about before. I don't respect a lot of these celebrities or look up to them as much as other people do. Like, cause they're literally, I respect their job as an entertainer. They've entertained me. Thank you. Beyond that, I'm more of a. Don't tell me about politics. Don't tell me about.
I'm not looking to you for advice unless it's something I know you know about.
Exactly.
You know, if you want to tell me, like, I'll be honest, I'm not listening to an NBA player tell me how to get money. Well, be really good at basketball. It's how you built your foundation.
Yeah,
you know, be 6'8".
Right.
It helps. You know.
Like, you tell me how to, hone in my basketball skills.
Right.
But don't be acting like, you just But then again, though, and it depends. It depends on how it comes out, though, because they might say some shit like, "Well, if you work hard enough at your craft, you'll become rich." You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, no, I'm not. I don't respect. And it's, not disrespect, but I just don't even listen to it. I don't even hear it. Like, people be like,
You remember from from the Chappelle show when it was like, "Where's Ja?" Somebody get Ja Rule on the phone.
Right. You know
Shit, who gives a fuck?
For what? You know what I'm saying? Like now somebody like 50 Cent. Let's say 50 Cent.
He can show you how to get some money.
He can show you how to get some money for real. You can see how he's maneuvered as a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Beyond the rapper shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to create lanes that wasn't open for rappers.
You know what I'm
saying?
You gotta watch that Kevin Hart interview. You got to.
Which one?
The one I was talking about earlier with the podcast. Shit's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He spit some real game in that shit, and he's like, man, you know, he was talking about, you know, when you get to the top of your craft, the hardest part, the getting there is the easy part, staying there is probably even harder. But he said, I'm at the point where I want to create avenues for other people to become millionaires, whatever, you know, and that's the thing. That's what I look for. If it's a celebrity or something like that I know had to work a certain way and then be creative, all these different things and create lanes. That's the part that stood out to me. I'll listen to that. You know, if you can clearly display like you're intelligent, have a plan, know how to execute it, or know how to surround yourself with the right people. That's some shit I'll listen to.
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same like, and that's why I've never been one of those people who I gotta meet so and so bad, or I gotta be
50,000 for that Jay-Z dinner, man. 50,000 with a dinner. Give me the 50, nigga. Give me that 50 quick.
That bread, nigga. And if we had a dinner, you know, I might rob you afterwards. I need that bread, my nigga.
All he gonna say, man, you really think I had 50 on me?
Shit, I'm taking I'm taking it right.
I knew I shouldn't have came here. This nigga stupid, man. Snuff him.
Right, and that nigga might spend 50,000 on a dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit gonna piss me off.
Yeah. Why you got all this gold on my steak, man?
Right. Yo, shave that shit up, man. Put that. Go save somebody's life with that, man. But yeah, that's why. Like, and then the rich shit don't impress me neither. I'm not impressed by like the rich shit. I'm impressed. I'm never really impressed by shit, but I admire and can be inspired by the way you got it, and how you like what you do with it. But just being rich, and having like chains and cars and shit, that's not the shit that inspires me. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, if LeBron built a school, that's the type of shit I want to see niggas with money do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the other shit is cool. Like, I'm not saying don't get the chains and the cars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some of it's the fame helps boost it up. Shoot, Jalen Rose built a school 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't talk about it.
That was that's in Chicago, man.
Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah. Right. Yeah, because I seen Big Sean was talking about that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so some of it, fame helps things get bigger.
Right.
But I'm like, you know, like I won't say regular folks, but I'm more impressed by the people that have changed their class in just regular life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's like if you can go from, okay, we'll say middle class, if you can take that next step and you figured out how to get from 80,000, 100,000, and then you take that jump to, you know, $500,000 and up, how you do that?
Right.
You know, let me know something. Cause I feel like I can get to the first six figures. I feel like I can get there.
Right.
I can get there, but I gotta, you know, it's gonna take some extra streams, a revenue to get past that.
Right. But yeah, and just going back to the Will Smith shit, that shit it just looks so soft to me. You know what I'm saying? I see a soft ass nigga when I see him go up on that stage. Because what was crazy to me was the part where he was laughing at the joke at first. So
looks over.
Said, yeah. Here's the thing: you're not in tune with your wife anyway. Because if I would have known she was offended by that,
you can't laugh
before looking at it.
Right.
If that's my, you know what I'm saying? That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like even with my friends, you know what I'm saying? You say the wrong shit, we all gonna feel it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say the wrong shit to one of them, we all gonna, especially my brothers and them, like my brothers and sisters. It's and I can really like when I really think about
we already know what don't fly. You know what I'm saying?
Especially with my brothers and my sister, like there's some shit you can say to them, around them, and I'm like, whoa,
right, I already know.
Shit, like I guess this nigga ass, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know they're not gonna like that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you really close to somebody and you really care about them, you shouldn't have to. You ain't gonna look at them to see how they feel about it. You should already know how they feel about something like that.
And honestly, I don't feel like his first reaction was that bad. It's the award show. This is what they do. You give them the little. All right, go ahead about your business. Move the cameras, nigga.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. And I feel like if that was your first, but I also feel like that was your initial reaction. That should be how you keep it, nigga.
Shit.
Don't have it.
The joke was corny already. Like, and you fake laughing at it already. Like, I mean.
And that's another thing about the genuineness of it, right?
I think the laugh was fake. The slap was fake.
Right. You fake being mad for real. Because you wasn't mad at first. Whether you thought the joke was funny or not, whether it was a fake laugh or not,
right.
Your initial reaction was not to be upset.
Not to just go smack. Not that upset.
Yeah, I've been upset enough before where I'm like, I'm about to smack the shit out of Buddy. Like, I'm gonna go smack him right now. Go smack him. You know what I'm saying? But like, that wasn't your initial reaction. So you already turned the character shit. He already flipped into
tapped into some
character.
shit.
He tapped into some to acting to go slap that nigga on stage. And then now you embarrass me. If I was Tony Rock and them, I honestly wouldn't give a fuck about his apology.
They probably don't. I'm pretty sure they don't actually.
Because from what I know, there's some real niggas.
Maybe the mom probably appreciated it. I think it was important that he added in the mom and Tony Rock. You know, because
But it's like you said though, we don't know. We have no idea how genuine that apology is.
Right.
Because the event wasn't genuine.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I would have honestly, man. It's a crazy situation, and it's probably hard to, you know. I'm sure it's not that easy for him to just go and talk to them like in person.
Right.
I guess he did say that he did try to like get.
He's tried to reach out with him a couple times and he ain't with it.
But I feel like that's the only way I would even be myself personally in my mind, in my heart. I feel like that's the only way I would actually be able to really apologize. If I met y'all in person, sat down in front of y'all, Chris was like, "Yo, I'm deeply sorry. I did not. I was on one. I'm sorry."
I'm sure Chris will reach out eventually, but I'm a brand, nigga, and you know, you just did possibly the biggest event, one single event of 2022 on me. Right. That shit's gonna last, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna last.
Right. And you thinking,
you know, now you done fucked up my brand. Right. You know what I'm saying? That this shit don't really it hurts your brand maybe until 2022, 23. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you got some more movies coming out, some other shit. Yeah. They gonna sell a bunch of tickets. This shit don't hurt you.
Right.
You know. Now I mean I still got my tour. I still got my comedy shit. But just know this next special, man. We going hard, man. I'm just letting you know. You might want to pull up by the time I'm done. Shoot.
We'll make you pull up. We're gonna be ready this time.
Right. Shoot, I'm gonna have a fucking helmet on. Shit, he did smack the shit out of him, bro. Right. He smacked that nigga too hard, bro. That's part of it too.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know.
Then Chris Rock little.
Right.
You know, people forget. Will Smith 6'4".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Will Smith 6'4", shoot. I'll give him. He got to be at least 220.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big dude. You just walk him, just smack a little nigga.
Yeah, and definitely has like, you know.
He was Ali.
He was Ali. All other action movies he's done.
Right.
He's had to train in fighting and shit like that. So I'm sure it was a good swing.
You seen the form, man.
Right.
He smacked through his shit, bro. This nigga hand went from here, ended up over here. Yeah. Like he smacked clean through his shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, yo.
And so that's how I would feel, man. I just, that shit, none of that shit is genuine. I no longer, I ain't not even just me as a fan that saw the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? If I was Chris Rock, I would have no more respect for you. Even if I forgave you, don't be around me, nigga.
Right.
And that's the thing about me. I don't know how everybody else is, or Chris Rock and them is. One thing about me is, if I lose respect for you, don't even be the fuck around me. You can't be around me. You're not gonna be around me. Like it's a nigga that we both know mutually that I don't respect. You know what I'm talking about. That nigga ain't ever gonna be in this room, in this apartment. That nigga ain't never gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the same event as me, unless it's by chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I have beef with this nigga. It's not like when I see him, I'm gonna fight him or nothing like that.
Right.
I just don't. If nigga people that I don't respect is not gonna be around me. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense to me.
It's, especially if the reasons that I don't respect you is because I know what type of person you a soft ass person or you a crybaby ass nigga or you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around that type of shit.
Yeah, that's real.
So yeah, that's just me. Another thing, man. About that situation, we can move on in a second. Unless you had some more to say about it. Another thing about that situation.
Keep your hands off grown men, man.
Keep your hands off grown men, man. Yeah.
Niggas forget Chris 50. Chris 50, this nigga got grown kids and watching their dad get smacked up on TV. That's crazy. Like the more I think about it, I'm like, this shit, you don't do no shit like that, man.
Right. Yeah, that shit was disrespectful as hell, man. And that's pretty much the lane I was going anyway. Like keep your hands up, like. You know what I'm saying? Keep it. Or
give a nigga a fair shot, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit on stage. Do it backstage. Tell them like, "Hey, I'm about to smack the shit out of you." Or at least, don't fake the approach. You fixing your jacket. Like you gonna tell you, here he comes.
Right.
Like nigga, he ain't even know. Now, Chris, you should have knew. But you should have knew something. Or it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
I would have been on the mic. Like, what the?
That's kind of the lane I was going into though. Like, you're not that guy.
So why would I think you're coming up here to smack me?
I've never known you to be a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? One little fight, your mom got scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know you to be a tough guy. So don't come up here acting like a tough guy.
Right.
And that brings back to, don't act like a tough guy. Why did you come up here acting? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, but then I also run, whole thing could have been fake anyway.
Nah, I don't think Chris Brown fucking up his brand like that to get smacked. Cause I think that fucks up the brand, bro. You
definitely said Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, yeah. Yeah. I don't think Chris Brown let that nigga smack him. But who knows?
But yeah, on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about, and I ain't have it on the top of the list, but people gotta stop begging other people, pleading with other people to fuck with them. You feel me? Like even let's start it right here. Like say you got a girl that you're interested in. You know what I'm saying? You ask her out once, she say, "Oh, I gotta do this." You know what I'm saying? I gotta do that. You ask her out twice, she come up with another excuse. Stop asking that bitch out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't think her excuse is genuine, because you know what the answer is if that girl want to go out with you. The answer is yes. You know what I'm saying?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If not today, my off day is Everybody got an off day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell you hers for a reason. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like it even goes beyond that where, you know, like, let's say you got, you know, a friend or something, you know what I'm saying? They doing the same shit. Like, yo, you come. If they don't invite you to the party, they don't want you to come.
Right.
Stop trying to be around, be with people that you gotta beg to be around or be with.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. If it's the vibe wasn't there already, shoot. I mean, it might happen later, but I'm all about organic. Organically is everything to me. Yes. I've been like that my whole life. Yeah. I've never went into a situation like, oh, I gotta make a friend. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Yeah.
Now the one thing I'll say with that, you know, it reminds me of something I saw a little earlier. You know, it's talking about. It was a funny video, but it's talking about, you know, some people are catchers, and some people are the catch. You know what I'm saying?
Explain that.
And that goes both ways. Like I think that's it's a lot of I don't think it. Now this is more of, you know, relationship wise or whatever, but you know, in that same one, it's obvious who's the catcher and who's the catch. Right. You know, you approaching her, you trying to take her out, she's the catch, right? But that goes both ways. Yeah. You know, and I think some women gotta know you might be the catcher. You know what I'm saying? You might just be the catcher.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but
have you ever been in that situation like that where you was
the catcher? The catcher, for sure. Like that's the thing. You know, I'm a man. Right. I want to be the one.
You want to be
it's weird being the catch. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
Because people say, you know, there's no such thing, but there's different leagues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And there's been, you know, I've been on both sides of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm dating above my league or the opposite, you know, she's dating above her league to get to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, being on the other side of it, I personally would always want to be the catcher, pause. But it should be reciprocated though. You know what I'm saying? Like if the interest isn't there, like, cause I'm not wishy-washy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot, or I won't say it takes a lot, but I'm not one of those where just some regular old girls got me like, yeah, I wanna take her out and do all this shit, you know, cause, you know, I'm 31, man. I done lost the patience for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been kind of spoiled by being in long relationships and things like that, to the point that, you know, you get used to, like, you get used to your needs being fulfilled on the regular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I want to skip to that part, but if intellectually, you know, all that stuff isn't there, then I don't want to spend a lot of time with you. Yeah. I mean, period. Yeah. Like but that part of it, that's the same way even outside of relationships. If you're dumb, I don't want to be around you.
Right.
If you're a crybaby, I don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
If you complain all the time, if you know what I'm saying, if you just don't get it, if you're not trying to be nothing, if you content, like, I just don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
You know.
But even like myself, like so let's make me catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been in positions where I'm the catch. You feel me? But I've been in positions where at least, you know, a couple times where there was a girl who was interested in me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that she was interested in me.
And that's a dangerous place to be.
Dangerous place to be.
When you know.
Right, when you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did I know that she was interested in me, I knew that I wasn't as interested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So whenever she would, and one thing she wouldn't realize was, every time that I would say, "Oh, let's do this, let's do that," it was always yes.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if she had to say, "Oh, let's do it this other day," or she had to cancel a different plan or something like that, or leave an event short or something. No matter what, it was always yes. You know what I'm saying? It was never like no, and we're not gonna figure this out type of thing. But on the other hand, whenever she would ask me something to go do something, or it was always what she wasn't realizing was she would always be last. You know what I'm saying? Like on my list. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want to go to the movies? I was going to do this and that. So maybe if that falls through, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you're that person who's on that other side, like that you should feel that for one. They're telling you,
right?
But you know what I'm saying? But I can't do this tonight. And not trying to really make no plans. They're telling you how they really feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta feel that, and once you do feel that, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Especially
sex.
Right, and that's the thing. As a dude, being the catch, it's a dangerous place when you know it.
Yeah.
When you know it, and honestly, I don't even like myself when I know it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like because
who you become.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm saying real talk, bro. That's part of. I told you, like we were talking about that the other day. I was like, bro, I'll be honest. I don't even think I like being single because that shit. What's the word? I think as you get older, you start to see the long term effects.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see. Like when you've been the person to change somebody for the negative, that shit fucks with you, or at least you like, damn, I don't want to do that again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, man, I know single me, she can't handle that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if we're not even trying to get in a relationship or nothing like that, even if it's just on some, just fucking type shit, if she catches feelings and I don't, what's going to happen to her is gonna change her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be able to handle that.
Right.
Or able to, but it's gonna fuck her up for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which me, I move on kind of fast, or mentally it's because when some shit's not working.
Right.
You realize it. Dudes probably realize it way before.
Yeah.
You might do some things to try to make it work, blah blah blah. But would I be happy if I was with this person for the rest of my life? Well, maybe if they change this, and this, and then it's like, well, that ain't even them no more. Right. That's somebody else. So,
and I hate to do it, but even like in a real relationship I've been in, I had to feel that like I can't keep waiting for this person to change this aspect of them. I don't want to be with you, clearly.
Right.
And you waiting for me to change aspects of myself. Clearly, you don't want to be with me. Now, there's certain things, of course, that you can always.
Oh, we relate on.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. And I would say, like, it's things that you can change, too. Like, it was a relationship I've been in before where the girl was saying, basically, I get too. She felt like I was being too aggressive whenever we would argue because I would yell and kind of stand up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Never put my hands on anything.
Right.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? Or never even made any threats or anything like that. I'm not that type of nigga.
Right.
But I would raise my voice. She felt threatened by that. And I understood that because at first I'm like, I'm not threatening you. How you going to feel threatened? But I understand how it made her feel. And that's important too. Understanding how somebody else feels.
Right.
But at the same time, once I changed that, you know what I'm saying?
Knowing how much of yourself can you change, and how much of yourself is it worth to change, or is it?
That's hit right on the money, my nigga.
How
much is it worth? Like, how much is what is it worth to you changing that?
Well, not just that. This is what you liked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what got you here.
Right.
You know, like let's not mistake. This is women, which it goes both ways, but women probably are worse than men on this. They love the same things that they grow to hate.
Yeah.
This is the reason you wanted me, because she did too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You wanted me because that you saw, okay, he's desired.
Right.
Now you're like, okay, well, let me find out why.
Right.
Oh shit, well, he is smart, he is funny.
Right.
Oh, look at his, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that shit. So but it goes both ways. You know, dudes, we like, okay, she, you know,
Yeah.
of course you want her, cause I mean, if she look good, I mean that's the price of admission. But then it's okay. Well, she is kind of funny. But then when the joke's on you, it ain't that funny. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
and I feel you on that, because like you're saying, like you know, you're saying like certain things that you act like you hate now. Some of the things that the reason why you like me in the first place, you expect me to change. So let's take it to like we were saying before. If I had a girlfriend when we met and I cheated on my girlfriend with you, and you knew that was what was happening,
and then
and I cheat on you and you act super surprised,
flabbergasted.
Right?
How could you?
Yeah, right. Like, motherfucker, you knew who I was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we can even take it a step further, right? Let's say I didn't cheat. Well, let's say I did cheat with you. You know what I'm saying?
But I didn't cheat on you.
No, I mean, like, I cheated with you. You know what I'm saying? That happened. You know what I'm saying? You know that I'm a desirable guy. You know what I'm saying? You know that girls that, you know, I'm not your average guy. A lot of girls want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying myself. I'm just saying, like, speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a guy that a lot of girls desire, you know that, you understand that. Now let's say I'm actually not cheating. We're together now. I'm not cheating on you. But girls try to flirt with me. Girls try to talk to me, and you always try to make it seem like that's worse than it is. You can't be mad at me because I'm desirable. That you wouldn't be with me if I wasn't desirable. You know what I'm saying?
And then
and I was who I was before you got here.
Right, and then the trust is fucked up. Now it's you spend every waking moment trying to catch me cheating.
Right.
When even if I did or didn't, it's in you've already decided I am.
Right.
So how much time, and then it gets even worse. You get to the point where you're trying to prove you're not cheating, and it's like, well, why would you think that far ahead?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you take a picture of when you clock out? You know what I'm saying? If you you know, because that lets me know you already know that I know you're cheating.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know that you'll think I'm cheating if I'm late coming from work.
Right.
You know, it's not it's just me, you know, I'm trying to preserve. Yeah. You know, but also you know who you were with, so you know the possibilities. You know what I'm capable of. Right. And then, you know, it gets like when for example, with a relationship, when I really knew, like, man, yeah, this might not work, is when you start changing just basic shit. Yeah. Like, you know, like I was never super big social media and stuff like that. But, you know, I got all the pages, these likes and stuff, and then she starts sifting through type shit, and then it's like, all right, now that's just, it's starting to get weird. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, or, you know, it's the same names popping up on certain shit, or same names on different platforms, right. And then start trying to put shit together. It's, you know, I probably did, but that was back then. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Yeah. But
either way, you're spending too much time worrying about it.
Exactly. If you spend more, if you put that same energy you have towards trying to catch me cheating, right. If you put that same energy towards enjoying when we're together, yeah. Here's the thing. I actually, when I'm happy, I don't even want to cheat. Right. When I'm happy, I don't want to cheat. Yeah. When I'm not happy, I get bad thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the thing too. The other part that I really hate about that shit when you know, whether you actually cheating or not, but especially if you're not, if you don't have the fucking hard evidence that it happened, we sit here arguing like it actually happened.
Exactly.
And you don't have you really don't know if it happened. And if it really didn't happen, that means we spent half the day arguing about some shit that isn't even real. And now we hate each other.
The women's intuition shit is cap.
Yes.
That shit is cap.
Right, y'all intuition be fucking wrong.
And here's the thing, and here's the thing, you know, and let's say it does happen.
Yeah.
Right? You've accused me 2,000 times and was right once.
Yeah.
You know, does that really count at that point? I mean, at that point, you can't even enjoy being with me correctly, because you thinking about, well, what if?
Right.
What if?
Yeah.
I mean, if I spent that's the thing. I don't feel like I'm a jealous boyfriend. I don't feel like I'm I don't go through no girls' phones. I don't do none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's because my thing is, I feel like you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know, because I mean, if a woman want to leave, she'll figure it out. I feel like she'll figure it out. But that's one of the things, when I first get into a relationship, the first thing I say, there's only really two things I gotta say if we gonna be exclusive. One rule: don't make me look stupid. It covers everything.
Yeah.
You know, everything. If you feel like it's gonna make me look bad, don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have to,
I like that rule too.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the other one is, you don't have to be in a relationship with me. That's the other one. At any point in time, you can leave.
Line.
Yeah.
You don't have to be here. Nobody's forcing you to be here.
At all.
So either chill out with that dumb shit or go.
That's it.
You gonna keep arguing,
and you know I'm not gonna argue. I'm not even good at arguing. I'm not gonna sit and argue with you all day.
Yeah, I like to hit them with that. You know, you ain't gotta be here shit. When they start talking shit like they gonna leave. Okay. They be like, I'm gonna leave, all that shit. I'm like,
you're not
waiting for it. I'm gonna hold you down. I am not. We are not cuffs to our wrists.
Right. You
can physically walk the fuck up out of here. Mentally, maybe, I don't know. You probably can't. But physically, you can walk the fuck up.
I'm a tough act to follow.
Yeah,
and that's just
yeah. But you know, I don't like spending too much time arguing about shit that didn't happen for sure. Yeah, but then even like back to the shit I'm saying, man. That's another piece of it too. Like
trying to stay being one.
Right. You trying to stay there. Like you basically now you begging me to stay in a relationship that it sounds like you don't want to be in.
That you know what I'm saying?
And you begging me to play that same game with you.
Or you want
me to fight for you. And you making me not want to be here.
Like that's the thing, you know. Like, and then the worst part of it, you know, say you worked, you didn't, you know, say you did do something, you know, and you done work to, you know, make things right. Yeah. But that you got to remember that whole time you've been being a bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you get to the point like, do I really? You know, and then you done fucked up. The whole time you were just trying to make me feel bad so that it won't happen again. And now it's like, shit, I don't even know if I want to be with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you done swung the pendulum too far. Right. You know, so I don't know. That's just something women think about that. Yeah. You know, think of shoot, and then this dating game, it's nasty out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So think about that too. You know, I don't want to say the devil you know versus the devil you don't know, but you weigh the good and bad, and can this thing be fixed or not? Right. And you gotta that brings me back to begging people to be with them or do things with you. You can't force. If you force the relationship, or if you're still forcing a relationship that you know is not working,
stop. You can't keep forcing that shit. Stop trying to force shit and don't keep forcing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that brings us to what you're saying. It's not organic. That's not an organic relationship if we're forcing each other to stay in it. Because sometimes it'll get to a point where y'all just arguing for argument's sake, but both of y'all want to leave. And y'all just staying just to stay because you've been with them for a long time, or you've been with them for a good enough amount of time where it's like you think you do care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like we clearly don't like each other.
That like part is big.
Yeah.
That like part, shoot. The like part is bigger than love, honestly.
Right. Because that's the thing. You never really, well, I ain't gonna say, me personally, if I cared about you once, I'm never gonna stop caring about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just might not like you.
Right. I might not like you, but if something really crazy going on, you could hit me up and, you know what I'm saying? Even if you just, you feel like, I know I got exes that, they might hit me up like, oh, I've been feeling this down or something. Or, a family member might have passed or something like that. I had exes hit me up when my mom passed, because they might hate my soul now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they still care about me genuinely. You know what I'm saying? It was genuine love, so it's like that can't go away. You know what I'm saying? So if something crazy happened, I'm gonna hit you up or
for sure.
Okay,
Like, well, that's one of the things to get into a relationship. I feel like if y'all not friends first, if that's not an actual friend, then it shit ain't gonna work regardless.
Yeah. Shit gotta be organic. Shit gotta be genuine.